in China. Let's go to Milton Keynes. Liana, can you hear me okay tonight? Very good. This is an important training call for you, so tune in. Wonderful. Okay, let's see. Let's go to, where are we? Let's go to Europe and see Christopher Panganiban. Christopher, you got your microphone tonight? Okay, I suspect just earpiece only, no microphone. Let's go to Lady Edith. Lady Edith, good evening, ma'am. Can you hear me okay tonight?
Can hear you loud and clear, sir. Good evening to you.
You are welcome as always.
Thank you. Nice to be on board. Thank you.
Nice to see you, my darling. Let's have you online.
Bless you.
Okay. Let's see. I saw, make sure, let's go to Africa. Hear from the mighty Prince Obi. Prince, can you hear me this evening?
Yeah, Charlie, can you hear me very clearly?
Awesome stuff. That's Prince in Nigeria, our executive ambassador. Good man. Well, we'll be speaking later. Prince, welcome to the call. Let's go to Switzerland and see. Roger, can you hear me okay?
Good evening, Charles. I can hear you loud and clear.
Always a pleasure, my friend. Welcome to the call.
Thank you, Charles.
Pleasure entirely. Pleasure entirely. Thank you. Okay. Now, I can see, right. All right. As it's being populated at the moment, as lots and lots of people are tuning in, people are probably fighting traffic. Let's see. Silborn. Silborn, have you got your microphone tonight? Okay. Silborn hasn't got his microphone, I'm sure, but I'm sure he can hear me. All right. Welcome to the call. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I can see so many people tuning in and a lot of people from, let's see if Rich the Giant Teso can hear me. Rich.
Yes, buddy, 5 on 5.
Good man. Welcome to the call, bud. Good to have you online. Wonderful.
Yeah, man. Welcome.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. All right. So I think everybody can hear me. That's pretty good. My name is Charles Ajayi Kiran. It's a privilege to host this call tonight. I host these calls every Monday, 8 p.m. UK time. And we usually have a minimum of about 30 countries tuning in, sometimes over 50 countries tuning in. Tonight, one of the things I want to mention real quick is that this is a training call tonight. And what that really means is that I will not be showing the business tonight. From the tone of my email, you must have guessed that it's going to be a training call, which means that should dictate the types of individuals you invite to listen to the call. So if you're a brand new person tonight, I'll do my best to give you an idea of what is going on here. But the call tonight is for individuals who are already part of our business. They are tuning in to get some teaching, if you will. All right? So let me welcome you on board if you're a new person. It's good to have you online tonight. It's going to be fun. But I need to jump in right away and get started. First, let me see. Yes, I can hear the message. Silvan, I can read your message. Good man. Welcome to the call. Okay. Wonderful. So, what I want to do is so simple. We have had the privilege of launching a global business that is changing a lot of lives. And we have been able to attract thousands of ambassadors from around the world who are now part of this crusade. I call this the silent revolution. Silent because it's creeping around and that so many people are getting affected without it being totally mainstream yet. Okay? But we tend to know what it is we are harboring. It's like having a wonderful secret that nobody else knows. but only the initiated knows. And that's how we feel at the moment. And we are gradually beginning to share it with the masses. What I want to do tonight, of course, is to talk about a very, very powerful principle, one that, of course, enables you and I to build substantial businesses. And I'm going to give you an idea tonight of how you build what I call a large or a big heap. Okay? And the process you need to follow in order for you to become truly successful in our enterprise. You see, our industry has been called an unconventional business in a conventional world, which means the ethics, the philosophy that governs our industry is not the same that governs traditional business. Here you need to understand the power of empathy, the power of human connections, and the psychology that drives our business in order for you to become truly successful. Okay? People who have come from traditional business and wanted to implement traditional way of doing things have failed. When I mean failed, they're falling on their face and had to learn very, very fast that this is completely different. All right? And I'm going to share with you tonight how we attract the right kinds of individuals and how we help them become truly successful in our enterprise. Now, for the new people listening in, I have been privileged to be involved in this industry now for 22 years. My background, of course, is in professional speaking, and I come from the industry of headhunting and, of course, management consultancy, and then, of course, training, coaching, and public speaking. That's my industry. All right? Now, coming into the industry of network marketing, of course, has been truly a life changer. My growth has truly accelerated since I became involved with network marketing. But I want to say something to you right now. This industry you are looking at tonight, depending on which of the research you look at, some put it at almost 25, some put it at 29% of millionaires, new money over the past 40 years. In the United States of America, over 25% of the new money. These are individuals who have become millionaires from this industry. And here in Europe, very, very strong. In Germany, a lot of millionaires. UK, a lot of millionaires. People who have come out of this industry. So what you're looking at tonight, depending on how high you are aiming, could transform your life completely. Okay, so it requires your ardent attention so that you can pay serious attention to what we're about to share with you and how you can win and live the kind of dream that you have obviously dreamt of, the kind of life you have imagined. Now, I'm excited to tell you that since getting involved in this industry, I have succeeded in the first company I was involved with to the very, very top of the ladder, from zero to the very, very top spot, building in excess of 5,000 people in that organization in the 90s. All right. Now here with Origin, I'm privileged to be a top 2, top 3 global performer with this company you're looking at tonight. All right. And I hold one of the top 2 highest ranks in the world. I say this for the benefit of the new people listening in. So of course, so that you know you are listening from somebody with what I call the experience quotient. All right. I have the experience to share what I want to share with you this evening. So let me welcome you for taking the time to listen into this call. Tonight, it will be really, really worth your while. Now, from the title of my slide, you can see what it says there, duplication, your key to success. And I want to talk specifically within the next 30, 60, 90 days, what can be accomplished within your business and how we get your business off the ground. That's what my focus is truly going to be on. As we go along, I'll be intermittently changing a couple of slides just to give you a bit more vision of what we are doing and where we are going. So let's look at it. So first and foremost, here is all, this is not all you need to know, but I couldn't resist this, of course, this lovely image, so I had to use it. But I want to talk about the hows tonight, but first and foremost, I will talk about the why. So your first 30 days, what exactly happens and what do you do with a brand new person? That's the key. All right? So the first thing you want to do once you have seen a presentation, the presentation is different from what I'm sharing with you tonight. That will be the business origin business presentation, which essentially shows you the power and the potency of our opportunity. That's the first thing you need to see so that you understand what it is we do here. All right? Now, so once you've seen that, a lot of people, of course, once they see that, they enroll and they choose an origin ambassador package. The package will dictate how they how they want to start their business. Okay, there are various financial packages. So you choose one, and that ensures you become an ambassador of origin, like a UNICEF-style ambassador. Okay, once you've done that, now your upline sponsor. Now the sponsor is a very, very important person, not the recruiter, but the sponsor, and there is a distinct difference. With a sponsor, this is somebody who is taking responsibility over you being a brand new person. This is somebody taking some responsibility over your success and for your success. This is somebody who locks arm with you and go to work to help you achieve your desired aims and goals with your new business. That's a sponsor. A recruiter is just somebody who brings you on board. Okay? That's what we call a recruiter. So we prefer somebody to be a sponsor. Sponsor takes care of you. Sponsor is interested in your well-being, your welfare, your success. Sponsor sits with you and helps make sure that you understand what is going on. Sponsor will nurture you and help you grow until they cut you loose. That's the job of a good sponsor. So the minute you have enrolled in the Origin program, within 2 to 3 days, 72 hours maximum, you want to sit with your new person, with your new ambassador. Make an appointment the minute they enroll. Say, great. Now, Peter, Rich, or Elliot, you are now on board this amazing program. What we need to do is set aside some time very, very quickly so I can help you put together your Origin business plan. Okay? They understand that. They know for you to succeed in anything in life, there has to be a plan. All right, and this is a model that they are going to have to understand. So you sit with them within the next 2 to 3 days. Don't leave them hanging. Very, very quickly sit with them. Invest the time. Set aside a minimum of 1 hour to sit with them. For those of you who know me, I invest a lot of time into my players because you see why that is important in a moment. All right, why you need to invest the time, because it's smart to do so. Right? So within 2 to 3 days, set aside some time. Now, the first task you want to give to your new ambassador is to test him or her to see how good they are at following advice or instruction. Very, very important. I do that a lot. I test people a lot, all right? Because you need people to be coachable. Find out how quickly these people take good counsel. So the first thing I want to say to my new person is, listen, before we meet in 2 days or in 3 days time, the first thing I want you to do for me is to put together a list of names of everybody you know in this country. Then if you know people abroad, say in Asia or in Africa or in the U, whatever, create a second list for me for all your international people. But the primary list I want to look at right now is the people who are where you are. So if you're in the UK, I want us to look at the UK list first. All right? Because that is smart. Let's start with my local environment and then spread out. I will then tell them aim for 50 to 100 names. The average 21-year-old knows over 200 people. People usually say to you, I don't think I know that many. So you do. Now think about it this way. Who cuts your hair? Who is your dentist? Who did you go to school with? Who do you know from your church or from your mosque, from your place of worship? Who do you know there? Who did you used to live next door to as you were growing up, or where you've lived in the past? Who did you go to university with or graduated with? I mean, are you with me so far? Who are your cousins, your aunties, your uncles, your brothers, your sisters? When you're done with this, and then your friends, your associates, business, I mean, you'll notice that you've cracked over 100. All right? But aim for a minimum of 50. At this stage, do not qualify them yet. That's not the job yet. Just put down the names. And do not prejudge. What will usually help you, look for people who are ambitious. Look for people, of course, who have a wonderful personality. Those type of people who people are attracted to. Happy people, positive people. Look for successful people. Look for leaders that you know, either military leaders, ex-police or police, serving police officers, or civic leaders, church leaders, leaders you know. All right? Put them down as well. At this stage, do not essentially prejudge anyone, because you have no idea who is going to run with this vision. All right? And then bring that 50 and 100 list along with you. Now, when I meet with my new ambassador, I want to sit with them and I look them in the eyes. And I'm going to ask them for their why. Let me say this to you right now if you're listening in. The most powerful thing you can do with any new person you are starting is to ask them that critical question, their why. Don't presume, don't prejudge, don't assume anything. There are lots and lots of things going on in the world right now. What will enable somebody to commit to this vision that you are sharing with them? The only reason they'll commit to a vision like this is that if the vision is strong enough to answer their questions and their needs. If it's a ticket for them, then they are prepared to commit to what you are showing them. Then they will concentrate and build with you and build empires together. So the first question I want to ask is why. Another word for why is reason. What is or what are your reasons for wanting to do this business? Now remember, they have seen a presentation and they've seen the income possibilities with this business, and they've seen our cause and they've seen our boutique and all of these beautiful things. So now I want to find out from them, what is your reason? Why did you say, yes, I want to do this? Then I'm quiet. I listen to them. I wait for them to answer. Okay? Now, as they start telling me their whys, I want to be able to pay my children's school fees, so I want to send my kids to private school. I want to buy a bigger house. I don't like where I live. I have no retirement plan. I have no savings. I'm however old, I have no money in the bank and all this stuff. Or I have no time. I never see my children. Before they wake up, I'm gone. And when I'm coming back from work, they're already asleep. You know, I'm tired of all that kind of life. Whatever their reasons are, listen to them. All right? Ask them. And watch them speak, and they will tell you. You know, I mean, they will tell you. You see it in their eyes. You will see their dream, because most people, their dreams have been knocked out of them because this tough life that they've had to live, they have had so many promises in the past. They've chased so many things and nothing has happened. And you can see their eyes, usually it's almost dead. The life has gone out of it. Unbelief is all over the eyes, because of so many promises different people have made to them in the past. Now you're asking them to dream again. And they will look at you and you encourage them, dream again. Because unless you begin to spread your wings, you never know how high you can really soar. So get them to speak. Once they tell you, tell them, right, here's what's going to happen. The first thing I want you to know is this. You are not going to be by yourself. You are in business for yourself, but not by yourself. First thing I want you to know is that you have to give me a commitment for 1 to 3 years for us to get you where you want to go. I don't want 1 month and I don't want 3 months. Because during this period, in the next few months, you will be challenged. You will be tested. Because when you're asking life to give you the treasures of life, the first thing the universe does is to test the sincerity of your request. They want to know whether you are serious about the things you say you want. They will put some obstacles in front of you. These obstacles are meant to help you strengthen your achievement muscles. They are meant to help you discover you. They are meant to help you discover your areas that requires improvement. They are meant to help you understand the things you do so beautifully. They are meant to help you understand the power of human communication and how to become better at dealing with people. Now, if you run away, then you're only running away to go and face another future obstacle because it needs to be dealt with. But if you've come from from a background where you've had to learn those things, then you'll have another challenge in front of you. But these challenges are meant to be overcome. Everybody you see at the top are people who are overcomers. They are problem solvers. You know, somebody once said that successful people are not people without problems or people without challenges. They are simply people who have learned to solve problems. You see the difference? They solve problems. So what you want to do is to be a problem solver, not a runner away from problem. Okay? So you got to commit. Commit, let's shake hands, and then let's go to war. Let's go and win for you. That's what I ask for. Next, help them create their origin goals. What do they want out of the business? Do they want a part-time supplemental income? 70-75% of the people who do our type of business and get involved are people who are interested in attracting part-time supplemental income. They want to bring in an extra 500, an extra 700, an extra 1,000, an extra 400 a month into their households to help them to meet their bills. Okay, or to buy that extra car, or to save up for that wonderful holiday every year, or to help to pay off the mortgage quicker, or whatever it is. Find out their reasons. People have their reasons. Okay, so what do they want? Or do they want financial freedom, like some of us have it going for it? Some of us have made a decision to become millionaires through this business, and we are doing what is necessary to get to those kinds of dizzy heights of success. Now, you may be one of those who says, right, I want to go all the way. Find out, okay? Because going all the way, what will it cost you? All right? It's no walk in the park going all the way. You have to be very, very disciplined. You have to become a master of your business. You have to become a true professional in this business. All right? For you to go all the way and begin to access 7-figure incomes within 3 to 7 years with the right effort. Okay? Or do they want more time? I mean, you get the picture. Find out what your new ambassador wants from the business. Once you've done this, we move now to still within the first 30 days, we move now to the meeting you are having. This is the get to know you meeting to set their business plan. Remember, next thing you want to find out is how much time they're ready to commit to their new business. They can tell you they want everything, all the money in the world, but you want to find out what can you commit? What are you bringing to the table? Okay? Now, 7 to 10 hours a week for the part-timers can help them to build a business. People like ourselves, of course, we put in much more time than that because we are building large businesses. So it all depends on what the individual wants, all right? So tell me what amount of time are you prepared to commit? 2 evenings a week, 3 evenings a week? What are you prepared to commit? Tell me so we know how to put a plan in place for you. Next, you help them to qualify their list, that list that they brought along with them of the 50 to 100 people. Help them qualify their top 10. How do you qualify the top 10? By asking questions. So as you look at the list, you say, listen, in your opinion, who are the top 10 people in this list? They will tell you, I think this, I think that, I think that, I think that. Then you ask them why. Why do you think these are your top 10 people? Well, because this one runs their own business. Well, this one is an entrepreneur. This one is a serial business developer. This one is a doctor, but with an entrepreneurial mind. This one has run some fashion boutiques in the past or beauty pageants. This one is a lawyer. They will tell you why they think these are their top 10. Scan through their list and then ask them some questions on some of the other people. Who is this? Because the reason you are doing that is that that is the experienced sponsor stroke upline, you know potentially what you are looking for. I don't just sponsor anybody right now because I'm not interested in just anybody. I am interested in somebody who I believe can win. Okay? I just can't waste my time with just anybody. So I know what I am looking for when I'm asking those questions. I'm listening. I'm looking for somebody who has tried and who has failed several times. I'm looking for why? Because they have resiliency. Even though they have failed in the past, they are still having a go. They still believe in the beauty of their futures and their dreams. I like that. Okay? I'm looking at somebody who's been running one of my top players listening in right now, Richard Tezo, has run a beauty pageantry for over 10 years. He's a lawyer. And I thought to myself, for you to run a beauty pageant for 10 years, I know what it takes to raise money every single year, to get sponsorship, to get the publicity, to get this. For 10 years, that person has to have resiliency and staying power. You see how I think? So in my mind, if this person has been able to keep that going for so long, they've got something, right? Besides the fact that they're a lawyer, that interested me. Same as so many other people on this call right now that I can start mentioning, all right? Now, what I'm looking for somebody with the ability to stay. They are not faced by challenges. People who are faced by challenges are not meant to win. Okay? You cannot win without confronting challenges and overcoming challenges. So when you're asking these questions in your mind, you are thinking, you're putting some asterisk next to the names, and then you help qualify the 10, the top 20 people, and you say these are the people we need to approach first. Quickly. All right? Quickly. Now, the next thing you want to do is to teach your new person how to invite, what to say, and what not to say. Because guess what they are thinking? Your people, they think they know what to do. They don't, right? Unless, of course, they have previous experience. Unless, of course, they have previous experience. If they do not have previous experience, they do not know what to say. They think they do. So many people have told them, excuse me, no, you don't want to say that. In their mind, they're thinking, no. Hi, Peter, this is Charles. Listen, I've got something very, very exciting to tell you. I've just started this amazing network marketing business, and I want you to come and have a look at it. Now, think about it. Depending on who you are talking to, if there are somebody or if there are people who have failed in network marketing in the past, or in multi-level marketing, or relational marketing, or interact, whatever you want to call it, what do you think they are going to say to that person the minute you mention network marketing? Right? Absolutely no for them. Why? Because they are basing what they have heard on their previous experience of pain. Do you follow? Now, because when you mention that, it invokes something. What you want to do, you want to become a master or a madam or mistress, whatever you call a female equivalent of a master. You want to become that in inviting. Why? Because those people know what you are telling them, but they don't. All right? There's a lady, I'm not sure if she's on this call tonight. I saw her pre-enroll. One of my new people, she told me, Charles, when you invited me, I came to the meeting because of my respect for you. But I made up my mind I wasn't going to join network. If it was network, I wasn't going to do it. That's exactly what she told me. I mean, if she's on the line, Tokumbo, that's her name, you can ask her. But she came, and when she came, she listened. And I asked her last week, Thursday, at the end of our meeting, I said, did I put any pressure? She said, absolutely not. She told me herself, she said, this is different. I see so many ladies I can help with this. Because she's a leader, you see. I see so many ladies I can help with this. This is it. I am really interested in this. Now, this is somebody who left home and said, I'm not going to sign up anything. But she came and heard. Why? Because you see, when you start telling somebody on the phone, this is network marketing, you are playing into their misconception. You are playing into the wrong image that they have. Do you understand? What you want to do, you want to invite them to come and listen to a business proposition. Let them make up their own minds based on what they hear. So here's what I say personally. When I call, I said, if I'm speaking to Elliot or Prince, I said, Prince, this is Charles. All this small talk and then everything else. Prince, the reason I've called you tonight is that I am a vital part of a global corporation. We have discovered how to use business as a force for doing good. We have created a business platform, and through this business platform, we are using it to combat global malnutrition. This is a global corporation that is doing this. I want you to come and see how you can join us in rescuing children from premature death around the world. And in the process of you helping us, I want to show you how we also help you create wealth. Tuesday or Thursday evening, which is best for you? Now, that's what I do, and that's what I say. Okay? Now, if you look at your slides, there are some very, very simple propositions, scripts that you can use. It is important you learn to invite, because that's a major part of your success, successfully inviting. Now, if you listen to my proposition, people, to my spiel just now, it fits in. The more important they are, the more it suits them. It's talked about creating a business platform to solve one of the world's greatest scourge right now, which is malnutrition. It says something about us partnering together to combat malnutrition on behalf of an international corporation. It also mentions that we want to help him or her create wealth in the process of fighting this terrible scourge with us. So in their mind, it talks at their heart. It also answers their greed because it talks about wealth. Okay? You did not hear me say one thing there about network marketing or multi-level marketing or selling anything. Now, I'm sharing with you right now what you do if you want to build a huge business and get to the top. If you want to run around at the bottom trying to make 200 quid, 100 quid selling, then use something completely different. Okay? Now, when they come to the meeting, either invite them direct to the meeting or invite them for coffee. If you don't have enough experience in your first 30 days, somebody more experienced will be doing this with you. That's the job of your sponsor. Tomorrow I'm in London again at the Grosvenor Hotel. I'm there from 11 to at least 7:30, 8 p.m. in the night, all day. And all I'm doing tomorrow, I am meeting people. People are bringing their guests to meet with me, and I'm right there on their behalf, speaking to their guests on their behalf. On Thursday night, we run a weekly meeting in London by Bond Street, open, Peabody, 7:30 every Thursday night. You can walk in there and sit down for 1 hour and 10 minutes, and you'll see a full presentation of the business. No one will harass you. No one will threaten you. No one will in the comfort. You sit down, get the information, and make up your own mind. It's as simple as that. Most people are not able to resist what we have to share right now. Okay? So you notice I spent a little bit of time with this because teaching how to invite is critical. Then you got to tell them that they must be coachable. Oh, no, I know. I said, no, you don't know. Let's not waste too much time. I really would like you to please listen because I like it. The better you listen, the faster we can win. Let them know from day one that I am the coach because I have the experience. They don't. All right? So what I want from them is to listen, learn, and adopt so that they can become great teachers themselves. Okay? Because I want to help put money in their pockets. When they're arguing, they can't make money. So simple. So, just put down your principles and put on your law let them know straight how you operate real quick. Then you tell them how this works, of course. You show them. When you present on their behalf, you are showing them. They are observing you. Rarely will I do an appointment for somebody who is not there. The reason I'm doing the appointment is I want them to learn and master and take over. Not for me to be doing it for them over and over and over again forever. No, that's not what I do. So I tell them how this works. I will show them through demonstrating it. I will then get them to try it, and then I'll get them to do it. Okay? If you are looking, listen, I have been with guys in this industry making about $3 million a year. I was saying to, I think it was Abdul I was speaking to on Saturday. I have learned so much from a lot of the masters. One of the top 5 or probably top 7 in the world in this industry, a guy who has amassed over $80 million just from his commissions alone, not to talk about the other bits he has. So if you could look at his wealth, I'm sure he's worth over $150 million. And a guy called Jeff Roberti. I was one of Jeff's leaders. I was one of his top leadership around the world. And I spent a lot of time with Jeff. Been to his apartment in the beach in Florida. I've hung out in the swimming pool on his rooftop, and we've climbed mountains in Italy, Vigna. We've done all kinds. Been in the Rhine, in Dusseldorf, on the boat. We've done all kinds of things together. And I've taken time out to observe how these $1 million earners, how they think and how they operate. They don't have time to making excuses. They don't stay and then they beat their prospects to death. They don't convince their prospects. They look in their prospect eyes. They share. They are looking to see if the prospect is looking. Ladies and gentlemen, your job is to look and see whether your prospect is looking for something. Your job is not to cajole them. It's not to convince them. It's not to drag them. It's not. No. Your job is to see if they are looking. You don't have to convince somebody who is looking for a better life. You don't have to. They know it themselves that they are looking, and they are looking for the right opportunity. All right? So what you want to do is you want to develop a few of these leaders, and you want to cut them loose. So you have independent operators operating their own businesses. The reason why I can build new teams now is because a Sonny Ahunsi, a Richard Tezo, a Julia Kafu, or the top guys, an Elliot, a Mose, the top guy there, and a David, all these guys, Charles and Meg, all these wonderful people are running their own businesses independent of me. I don't have to be there to earn. Think about it. It's called leverage. You spend time with them at the beginning, and then for the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 30, 40 years as the Lord lives, they are earning you income. When I mean earning you, you are earning a percentage of all their future incomes. That's called leverage. Any rich person would tell you for you to create wealth, you need to learn leverage. And there are only two things you can leverage: other people's money and other people's energy. Learn to leverage. But before you can earn money off the people, you have to first invest in the people. So treat your investment in your people with a lot of respect. These are people that go on to earn you fortunes. Okay? Some of these, some months I earn 3 grand, some months I earn 4 grand, some months I earn 2 grand. This is in the past 13, 14 months. These are young businesses. How much will I be able to start earning in this year, 2014, 2015, 2016? Can you think about it? Some of these individuals, 5K, 7K, 10K, it will be my percentage, what I earn. And this is the same for you. That's what you will be earning from your leaders. But you have to invest time in them first. You have to show them. You have to teach them. You have to be patient till they get it. And then they don't need you. They need you, but they don't need you to run their business day to day. So your job is purely just there to provide inspiration. Share new ideas. They then go on to cascade the same thing with their own people. This is how you build large businesses. That's why most people don't understand. They think this is about running around to selling things. No, it's building huge distribution channels. That's what you're doing. You are building leadership. Leadership. Showing people how to save their own lives. Showing people how to live the kind of life they've dreamt about. Sharing with these people, of course, how to become uncommon individuals, how to achieve the top 5, top 10% income earners in their culture, in their society. Because you invested so much into them, they are grateful, they give you loyalty, and they earn you income. It's reciprocal. Okay? So you tell them how it works, you show them, you get them to try it, you get them to do it. Okay? So, you see their first 10 people with them while they observe. Tell them, your contacts, my knowledge. Your contacts, my knowledge. Put your people in front of me and I will speak to your people on your behalf. But observe what I'm doing. Okay? So that they are learning. They see how you handle their people, how you speak, questions you ask. They learn. They learn. They learn. Okay? That's what you're looking to do. After the first 10, cut them loose so that they can try themselves. Help them to fail forward. It is important they fail forward. All right? Why? Oh, I'm not ready. Of course you are. It's as simple as ABC. Here's what we see. Here's what we do. Come, go and have a try. It's like that mother eagle or that father eagle. Those eaglets must leave the nest. They must leave the nest. If they are not leaving the nest, you are not building a business. You are running a daycare center. You're running a nursery. Yeah, that's what you're running, a nursery. Okay? They've got to get out of that nursery. They've got to go into primary school, and then they've got to get into secondary school, and then they've got to get into university. They cannot get out of nursery if you don't allow them to fail forward. And they are usually the best. Those that have failed forward, they've gotten the fright, oh, I shouldn't have said that, I shouldn't have done that, I should have done it this way, next time I know what to do. They are usually the best. Not those you carry all over the place who are scared to do anything. No, 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 no. You are not building a business. Like I said, you're running a nursery. All right? But keep an eye on them from a distance. Keep an eye on them from a distance. And the other thing is that all your people, they must get into the habit of touching base with you, their sponsor on upline, at least 3 times a week. Minimum. Touch base. Oh, here's how I got on. Here's how, what are your tips? What do you have to say? Listen, share ideas. You are creating a bond. And this is the kind of bond that I have with a lot of my leaders, the same bond. We share. When they see my phone call, they don't think I'm calling them to harass them. They know I'm calling them to plan, to chat, to inspire, to share, to get excited about something. It becomes a family now. You're earning together. You are growing together. Okay? Activity. Teach them to develop a burning desire. And they've got to have the willingness to work. Plus, they must have a sense of urgency. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, always putting things off. No. You tell them, do it now. 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 Let them get into the habit of less procrastination and more action. But remember, it says burning desire, not just desire. You know, to have the greater life, to live the greater life, you need a hot desire. And you've got to back that desire with a willingness to work. And you've got to have a sense of urgency. Aim to see a minimum of 5 to 7 people a week if you're a part-timer. Okay? Because with 5 to 7 people a week, your conversion ratio, you should be looking at least 1 ambassador from 5 to 7. The more people you see, the more practice, the higher your conversion ratio. So simple as that. Because straight away you know how to cut out the fluff when you meet people. You know how to get to the heart of the issue. You know how to check people out. Of course, you know how to assess people, whether they're worth your time or not. You've learned all of these, and you only learn this through practice, not through observation. And as you do, your conversion ratio increases. After a while, you're seeing 5 to 7 people and you're converting 2. You're converting 3, which is very, very high. But initially, as you start, 5 to 7 or 5 to 10 people for you to get to 1 ambassador. This is why it's helpful to have an experienced upline there who can cut down those conversion ratios for you. So we've seen less people and more conversion. If you are a full-timer, you're looking at 10 to 15 people a week. And the easiest way to do this, of course, is to do one of 3 things. 1, invite them direct to a group, to a meeting, a business briefing. So you can invite as much as you want. They can come in there and sit down and just listen to an experienced leader presenting the opportunity. So you have safety in numbers. All right? And experienced people are there to handle their questions, their objections, and to help them see the business so you're not alone. Excuse me. The other thing you may want to do is you can see them over Costa Coffee, one after the other, book an appointment, take some time, maybe on a Saturday or an evening after work, see 2 at a time. You could do that. Or you could meet them in your home, invite them to your home and have a business briefing in your home, in your living room, presenting everything on your TV screen, show them the opportunity right there. You could do that as well, or invite an experienced person to come along to your home, and they'll come along and do the presentation for you at your home or your office, wherever you choose. It's a very, very flexible business. Now, the reason you want to take out this kind of activity quickly is because you're looking to attract your ambassadors pretty fast. You have to have an AOMA attitude. That means all-out massive action. All-out massive action. That's what AOMA means. All-out massive action. Once you see it, you believe it, then let's go. Let's go. All right? Let's go. Your first objective is to assist this new ambassador of yours to qualify for a luxury watch. That's your first objective. That's my first objective. I want them to be wearing this beautiful watch on their wrists, maximum within 5 weeks. Can you believe that? $6,000 watch, 5,000 euro watch. Usually this is what you get when you are at the top in most companies around the world. But our president, our visionary founder, said, listen, I want to reduce the qualification. Only with 6 ambassadors, they can qualify for a watch. Because I want to create an explosion. Because I want to reach many children fast. The more people I have qualifying for the watch, the more kids are receiving treatment for malnutrition. So he's made a massive investment. Took a bit of persuasion, but he's made a massive investment. Now, can you believe it? When I sat with you, Silbon, I know Silbon is listening. When I sat with you last week, what did I do? I gave you my watch. I said, hold it. Wear it. Anybody I sit with, I give them my watch. They hold it in their hands. They see the beautiful craftsmanship. They feel the weight. Somebody tell me, this is beautiful. This is a beauty. Oh, this is various comments. I leave it for them to hold in their hands. I said, listen, I can help you put one of these in your wrist. We can qualify for this within 1 month, and within 5 weeks you can be wearing one of these in your wrists. How powerful is that? Most people you know have always fancied a luxury watch. Most people can never afford it. And here you are saying to somebody with only 6 ambassadors, they can qualify for one of these watches? Wow. We are about to begin to create a tsunami of activity. This was only the first set of watches we're only giving out about 10 days ago to myself and some of my key players here in London. So you can imagine. Some people, I know Abdul received this in Nigeria. Some have received theirs today already in Africa. And look, this is truly exciting. Okay? Because, listen, with just 6 ambassadors, one of those babies is delivered to them by DHL or by FedEx. You cannot beat that. That's my first objective, to put this on their wrist. My second objective is to get them a check ASAP, as quickly as possible. As quickly as possible. Because you know what? In the process of them qualifying for that watch, they are earning money. To qualify for that watch, they would have earned at least $600 or 600 euros. Plus a bit more. Is that amazing or what? Okay? Now, think about that. The higher the check, the stronger the glue. The higher the check, the stronger the glue. Help them get a check. When people are new, guess what? They are so excited about getting $100 check, 200 euro check. Why? There is something in the human psyche that believes, even though you've shown them all this stuff, you think they believe. Most of them do not. Believe it or not, they do not believe. They get a check for $90, $100. I have seen people so excited. I'm like, hey, no, no, the company pays. It's real. It's real. It's real. It pays. It works for $100. So you can imagine if their checks are $1,000, $2,000. Look at some people in Africa now, $6,000, $4,000, $3,000, $2,000, $1,000 a month. Amazing. That's your job. Help them get a check ASAP. At this stage, based on this performance, you would have qualified for the first rank of senior ambassador, which is the first rank on our hierarchy. Okay, on our staircase of promotion. This is the very first one. So you would have qualified for this one. Okay. So that's the first 30 days. Following 60 days or following 30 days, which is your next 60 days, your objective is to begin to put the foundations of how you build a big heap. How do you build a big business? First thing is to test and start spending time with your new person. As you speak to them, you help them to understand that they cannot be blessed beyond their mental capacity to receive. If somebody has a mentality of $1,000 and you are trying to talk to them about $5,000 to $10,000 a month, they cannot receive it because it's beyond their capacity to believe and to receive. So you've got to work with your people carefully. When somebody is earning £20,000 a year, £25,000 a year, don't tell them they can earn £25,000 a month in 1 year. They won't believe you. They've been working 10 years, 15, 20, 25 years. They don't make that kind of money. And then here you are showing them a new business and telling them in the next 1 year they're going to earn 20, 25, 30 grand a month. They don't believe you. And the unbelief will make them not to do anything. So what you want to do is you want to cut it down to their size, to what they believe. Test their mentality. Is it a success or a failure's mentality that they possess? Are they the type of people who say to you, oh, not possible, it cannot be done? I don't believe it. Very, very quickly know the kind of person you have in front of you. People from their mouth will tell you who they are. Just from what comes out of their mouth. How long did you say? What time did you say? When? Again, we're meeting. Somebody who wants to make 6 figures in 1 year does not talk like that. I can guarantee you that. They say to you, where? We have to meet you. Where? Not what time, when, again. No, that's not a champion's mindset. Do you follow? Listen to what they say. From their mouth, they'll tell you. Teach them to master the law of the soil, the parable of the sower, which means essentially that not everybody you're going to speak to will say yes to your opportunity. All right? Some, the timing may be wrong. Some will tell you flat out no. These days, to be absolutely honest, it's in the tiniest of minority that says no. Some may not have any money. Some may hide behind not having any money and tell you other stories, but they have no money to kickstart their business. And some will give you a resounding yes. Okay? So you tell them that everybody we're going to see, some, the timing may be wrong for them. Some may not have any money. Some may not want to do this business. And guess what? you are also going to find those that say, yes, I want in. So the parable of the sower, what we call the law of the soil, is the farmer's mindset. The farmer understands that not every seed he's going to plant will grow or will germinate. He understands that. So because the farmer understands that, he does not plant one seed. If you think about the agrarian era, you just imagine a mental image of a farmer with a leather pouch around his or her shoulder, and that pouch is full of seed. He digs his hands into the pouch, grabs a handful of seed, and he sprinkles it on the ground. This is the ground that has been prepared and tilled. And he just keeps walking and spreading the seed and throwing the seed and throwing the seed and throwing the seed. Why is he doing that? He is operating something called the law of averages. He knows that some of this seed will be eaten by the birds. He knows that some of this seed will fall on shallow ground. It won't have the depth of earth to grow. He knows that some of this seed will be scorched by the sun and will not have shelter or protection. But he also knows empirically, beyond any shadow of a doubt, that some of these seeds will fall on good ground and must grow. You see the difference? So, if you now use this same example for your business, some of the people will be taken by the birds. They might have somebody tell them a negative thing, and away they go, they disappear, because they believe somebody else who is broke like them. Instead of listening to a successful person, they chose to listen to their friends or their uncle who doesn't have any money. I might say no, based on the word of what somebody, oh, I tried something like Amway 50 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. And they use that person's comment to judge an amazing opportunity in front of them. Some of them will get home from work and say, well, I've got to watch some television, I've got to put my feet up, I've got to. Clearly, that person is not after a wealth plan. So what I'm saying to you, some of your people, nothing will happen. But guess what? Some of them will see it, will jump in, and they will deliver variable results. Some will deliver results at 30%. If somebody is generating $30,000 a year in income for you, if they are generating 30K a year in income for you, it means they themselves are earning much more, because that's your percentage of their production. You have somebody else who will deliver $60,000 a year to you, or 60,000 euro in Europe to you. Or somebody who will be generating $100,000 a year. I'm privileged to have some leaders who have the capacity to be million-dollar earners in this company. Now, what's my percentage going to be? My percentage will be generating at least over 100 grand a year from one single individual. But you have to get to that stage. You have to nurture, you have to lead, you have to guide till you get to that point. That's what this is all about. That's why I'm saying that this is not a running around selling. This is about leadership development. That's what you're doing here. You are growing as a leader yourself, and you are helping your leaders to grow. And building systems, channels of distribution through which all our 659 products are moved to save children dying from malnutrition. And you, in turn, win as well. Master the law of faith, because the law of faith is superior to the law of time. If something is going to take 1 or 2 or 3 years, why wait for something to take 2 or 3 years when by faith you can make that thing happen in 6 months? So by believing and by taking mass action, you can shorten time. You can shorten time. Instead of waiting for, oh, this is going to take me 2 years, or this is going to take me 3 years, this is going to take me 4 years. You can use your faith to shorten the time. And you back that faith with action, and that time is shortened. So instead of saying it's going to take me 2 years, say, right, what do I do now to halve that time or to help make it happen in a quarter of that time? Do you see what I mean? So you don't have to wait for the time to control. You can use your faith to override time. Just believe it's possible for you. So in 30 days, what we've been able to achieve is we have our first level ambassador done. We have 6 ambassadors now at the first level. Okay? You've qualified for your watch. Next 30 days, which is 60 days in total, we are now helping these 6 ambassadors to find their own 6 ambassadors, doing exactly what I've shared with you here. The time you've invested in them, putting their business plan together, teaching them how to invite, helping them to qualify their list, seeing them within 72 hours of them becoming ambassadors, teaching them to do the same, these 6 to do the same, spending time with these 6, and don't leave these 6 for the new person, for your new ambassador, because they're not experienced enough to help the 6. Keep an eye, be involved, because this 36 is still part of your group and your team, so it makes sense for you to be involved at this level as well. So now we've got 36 at the second level. 6 times 6 is 36. We got 36 people at the second level. Your income now at this stage, of course, will also be about anywhere from 600 to 1,000 for the month. Okay, at this level, in your second month. All right, and then of course, focus on teaching them to duplicate what you've taught them. Let them begin to do the same thing. Let me just paint an idea in your mind. Imagine right now you have 10, 15, 30, 50, depending on the size of your group, 100 different people in your business having one-to-one presentations with their own prospects somewhere in the world. Think about that vision. 10 of your people by themselves sitting with their own prospects, showing them the power of the origin business without you there. Then double that, 20 people, 50 people, 40 people, 80 people, 100 people. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a business. That is a business. That's what you are looking for. That's what you want to build. Independent business owners showing their business without you, and you get a percentage of everything happening in all of those 100 places, 50 places, 40 places, 10 places. Now you begin to think wealthy. That's how wealthy people think. That's called leverage. But you've got to start with the first person. Some of us have now thousands of people in the team. Thank God for that. But we started with the first one, then the first 2, then the first 3, then the first 5, and then by the power of duplication and geometric progression, it went to 100, went to 3, went to 7, went to 1,500, went to 2,500, went to 3,000. You see how it works? Start with the person in front of you. That's how it works. Okay, your focus is to teach the 6 to sponsor their 6. This is what we call duplication. If you are signing up a lot of people and no duplication is taking place, something is wrong. Your business is not growing. Hello, your business is not growing. Okay, just to check out some quick questions I've seen in here, quick messages. Now, that's the best invite message I have ever heard. Uncle Charles, we are lucky to have you. Thank you, Amarachi. You're very kind. Thank you. I didn't get the venue for Thursday meeting in London. I want to invite my friend in London. No problem, Harrison. Just connect with me. Send me a mail or speak to. I'll see if I can have the time to put it up here on the screen. Okay. For now, thank you very much. Okay. Now we've done that. Let's move to the next slide as we begin to wrap up. Focus on ranking. First 30 days in this business, aim for the senior ambassador or marketing associate rank. Get a rank. Your very, very first time, get a rank. Okay? Get a rank. Get a pin. Get a pin. Aim for a rank. Okay? Ambassador is not a rank. So the ambassador pin you get once you become part of Origin, that's not a rank. You will see that this entire year, the focus is going to be on rankings. And let me show you what I mean by that. Just give me a second, dig up another slide here. Okay, here we are. Now the new set of slides you'll be receiving, you will see this. All right? This is in your new slides. If you haven't received it yet, we'll be sending this out to everybody around the world. So these are the rank advancements because the focus this year is to grow leaders. That's the focus for me. Myself, Maurice, the founder of this company, that's the focus. Leadership. We need more leaders. It is leaders that will take this company to $1 billion. Okay? So, the first thing I want you to see is that each rank, we have 13 ranks on the Origin stairs. Your first rank is Senior Ambassador. And you see what a Senior Ambassador earns. This is annualized income. A Senior Ambassador will earn about $1,000, which is about somebody who earns about 180, 100 euros a month. But these numbers are not complete. And I'm going to show you why in a moment, all right? Marketing associate, about $2,000 a year. So that's about 200 a month, approximately 180 a month. These are mini businesses just getting started. Senior marketing associate, nearly 4,500. Okay, so it's getting a bit more exciting now, over 350 a month. Supervisor, 10,000 plus for the year, so averaging about $1,000 a month now. Senior supervisor, what are we? Yeah, senior supervisor, 15,000 for the year. Executive, 25 or 26,000. Senior executive, 42 plus thousand. Marketing director, 65,000. Senior marketing director, 94,000 euros a year, dollars a year. President's team, 134,400. Senior president's team, 217,000 euros or dollars for the year. Chairman's team, 402,800 euros or dollars for the year. Executive chairman's team, $685,000 or 685,000 euros for the year. Now, here's what I need to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. This is only based on one income stream. If you look at the note at the bottom of your screen, it will tell you that this is based only on what we call the TVC commissions, which is a percentage you get for building two teams. We have 8 different ways that people earn money in our company. These numbers are based on only one way. The new numbers are being calculated. All right. I've asked Peter to send me the latest numbers for the new OS1. So what you're looking at here, this does not include the perpetual unilevel commissions, the expense allowance, the unilevel fast track bonus, the TVC first premier leg commission, generational matching bonus. It does not include all that, which means minimum you should at least increase this by at least 2.5 times minimum to have the right number. So an executive ought to be on a minimum here. We are talking about a minimum of 45,000 minimum for an executive to be on. Okay, a senior executive should be on at least 75,000. Marketing director should be on at least 150K approximately. Senior marketing director should be on at least nearly 300,000. President's team should be on at least 400K plus. Senior president's team should be on at least nearly $500,000 to 600,000. Chairman's team at least 600 to $1 million. Executive chairman's team, of course, minimum 2 to 3 million. With the new boutique, the core cost, expense, everything added on, those are the new projections. So it's very powerful. So I'm waiting for the latest numbers to be calculated from the company, and then they will be on these new slides. Okay, so I hope that was helpful to you, for any new person listening in, so you can see the power of our business. Okay, so I'm going to start wrapping up now. By the way, this is a training call, so it's slightly longer than normal. So your first 30 days, your 60 to 90 days, your focus is to become a supervisor, minimum senior marketing associate, but you should be able to hit supervisor now. All right? And then 3 to 6 months, your focus on senior supervisor and executive, which I showed you just now. So income from around 30 to 60K, sorry, to 45K within that period. And then, of course, 6 to 10 months time from now, achieving president's team. So you've broken 6 figures within that period of time. Okay? So I hope that's very, very helpful. This can only happen if you practice what I've just taught you about duplicating, sitting with your person, finding out their why, taking time to go through your person and knowing the heart of your person. Okay? Now, for those of you who do not know, let me show you. This is what we call the time-money equation in this industry, called time-money equation. And I want to share this with you very, very quickly. You see on the left here, this is dealing with time. And on the right here is dealing with money. When you start this business in your first year, you would notice that it looks as if you are putting in a lot more time than the money you are earning. But with our business, this is changed slightly now, because in our business in your first year, it is very, very possible for you to break 6 figures in your first year in our business. All right? But traditionally, this is what happens. But why do you think this is? Because your first year, you are putting in place foundations. Foundations. You are attracting the right people. You are seeking the right people. You are presenting to the right people. You know, they are coming on board. You are learning the ropes. You are mastering your game. Listen, that is what paying that price. What paying that price. Okay? So you see your income, however, is not reflected from the energy you put in. Now, you look at year 2 here. You are putting in right now almost 70% for about 30% income. Then you look at what begins to happen in year 3. You are putting in approximately about 46%, and your income has broken over 50%. So you're putting in less time to earn more money. Now look at year 4. You are putting in about 18 to 2%, and your income is about 80%. So you're putting in less time to bring the money in. What do you think is happening here? Simple. You have a lot of people who have come into their own. They don't need you to hold their hands. They know what they are doing. So you are doing less work to earn more money. This is what's called residual income. Getting paid for not doing any work. Because the previous 1-2 years you have done a lot of the work. A lot of right now is what we've been doing. We've been building foundations. 2 years into this business now, 3 years, 4 years, you're going to start seeing all of these beautiful things beginning to happen. You could be in Jamaica, Kingston. You could be in Tahiti, Bora Bora, Hawaii, drinking your Mai Tai with the umbrella and the pineapple and your cherries on it. And you're just hearing ching ching. You're making more money when you are away than even if you were here. Ladies and gentlemen, I've seen it over and over again. You come back from holiday, you've earned more money than before you left. Because people are building their businesses. And then look at the 5th year. I mean, what kind of time is that? That's almost 5% or almost 6-7% of your time, but look at the money. Because at this stage, your job is different. Here, you are more into inspiration, inspiring your leaders to see where this is going, teaching them to build empires. And then you're running some new lines, new teams yourself that you're also sponsoring to work with, but most of your business is established, mature. That's where you are going. And then you are reining in the money. This is where people are earning 100K a month, 200K a month, 150K a month, 50K a month, 30K a month, 20K a month, 10K a month. This is where they're earning that kind of money. Yes, by the way, you heard me right. In case you are wondering whether you heard me correct. All right? You heard me correct. And, okay, resolve never to give up. To win, you've got to make up your mind that you are not going to give up. You will be tested. Everybody you see winning with the high-ranking pins, they are people who handle challenges regularly. The challenges has made them stronger, better, wiser people. So I love these beautiful images because it is my mentality. I never give up in something I believe in. That's just my mentality as the Lord lives. If you look at the left here, you see that frog? I like that frog so much. All right? Now, the bird wants to swallow the frog. The frog says, I'm done for. But at least I'm not getting into that throat. I'm going to hold the neck of that bird, that the bird cannot swallow me. So the bird is stuck. All right? Even to his dying moments, the frog is still fighting. It's still fighting. All right? Isn't that a beautiful image? I love that image. And then I love this one even more on the right. You see that mouse? And you see the cheese on that mouse trap? The mouse knows there's a trap there, and that trap could kill it. It sat down, it assessed, it's looked at the business plan, it's focused on the strategy, he's turned it over and over in his mind or her mind. How do I get that cheese? I want that cheese. How do I get it without getting killed? I know. I go get me a helmet. At least when that mouse trap, that latch, is released, instead of my neck, it will hit on the helmet. Now, is that problem solving or what? Is that strategic or what? What if you saw the cheese and say, oh, that's a trap there. There's no way I'm going to get that prize. Let me walk away, which a lot of people do. Instead of thinking about a way around it, they just walk away. Not this mouse. That's what winners do. They make a way, they create a way, they pave a way, they find a way. That's why they are winners, and that's why the world celebrates them. Be an optimist. 3 simple rules in life. If you do not go after what you want, you will never have it. If you do not ask, the answer will always be no unless you ask. And if you do not step forward, you will always be in the same place. Wise words. Let me thank you for attending this webinar tonight. Really appreciate your time, your attention, and I hope you picked up some nuggets that you can use in assisting your teams. Carpe diem. That means let us seize the day. Let's seize the moment. Let's seize the hour. Let's seize the week. Let's seize the month. Let's seize the year. Thank you for listening. I'm going to open this up now and say hello to a few people. Thank you for listening again tonight. Wonderful. Thank you.